Ode to Basil. On fall days, when the weather turned crisp as a heartbreak and the scent of memories dwindled to embers filled the air, my mother made basil pies. I ran home from school on those days, the nutty sweet smell of autumn wrapped around me, and a fresh green basil pie sat steaming on the Formica kitchen counter, waiting to be devoured. The best part of the pie was the way the leaves swam in the soupy green syrup, and the whole thing bubbled over, spilling out of the lattice top. The pastry my mother so carefully layered with her delicate fingers, and this is all a lie. Because basil has nothing to do with nostalgia. You don't remember the sweet, succulent juiciness of childhood days through basil because, one, your mother didn't have the time and money to spend on fresh basil, and two, basil stands up and punches you in the nose. Lime green, olive green, shamrock green, basil stands for none of these. It is not a color to paint your walls and then stand back and admire from afar. You bend at the waist when you greet it. You spread its stems and bury your face in it. The almost flowery scent that teases, the almost salty taste that begs for your tongue, the garlic that it almost pairs with but never gives itself up to entirely. Basil. When I first met the love of my life, she told me she did not like basil. Or ginger. It was one of those Frida Kahlo moments, a time when you think, maybe this is it, Diego, maybe we can't go on. What my mouth would do on lonely nights when she was not with me, and furthermore, what her mouth would do without basil, pesto, polenta, pad thai, caprese, to distract it at dinner. Thank God I learned it was actually bay leaves that she didn't care for. And then take them out, such a bother, and if you leave them in and bite down on them by mistake, they taste like yesterday's linen, but basil. There's nothing showy about it. You could step right over it, searching for something beautiful, say an orchid, but that orchid would not enhance your pizza. Basil refuses mortality. Crumble its dried bones on your za and watch the tomatoes salute it. The onions soften toward it. The hot peppers grow so full of themselves that they bite back when you try to swallow them down. It's the basil that brings those things to their senses. The basil that opens itself and says, take, eat. This is the life of everything rooted. This is the land, the sky of my home away from home, the all-night cafes on the corners in Manhattan and Chicago, the east and the west of Thai and Italian, the fresh lemonade and the Mai Tai, the sparagmos of beginnings and the gentle nights on end when you bend at the waist and kiss the one you love, no longer distant, but close up, buried so gently, so completely in the scent of it all.